Hello, everybody, and welcome to another segment of AstrologyAnswers.com's weekly forecast. Please note that all times for this overview will be in Pacific time. The week begins on Monday, September the 15th, with the moon in Cancer, a water sign. The moon is in Cancer the entire day, and Cancer wants to stay at home, reflect, and nurture. This sign is family-oriented and wants to be comfortable. Relational Venus makes a favorable sextile to assertive Mars on Monday at 8:04 p.m., and Venus is relationships, diplomacy, and cooperation, while Mars is active and motivated. When Venus and Mars are at a favorable angle like this, it's great for spending time with other people and connecting. Outside of relationships, this energy is also favorable for creativity, so try focusing on a creative project on Monday. The moon continues in Cancer on Tuesday, and aligns with expansive Jupiter in Cancer at 5:18 a.m. So the day begins with positive energy, optimism, and a brighter outlook. The moon sextiles the sun in Virgo at 11:53 a.m., and when the sun and moon are in harmony, everything seems to be more effortless. Things seem easier than usual with less of the struggle. However, the challenging energy on Tuesday comes with the moon in conflict with Mars at 3:53 p.m. The first half of the day has very pleasant energy, but from about 2 to 5, this hard aspect can trigger frustration and annoyance. Energy can be high, so try to keep busy, especially physically. This can help thwart some of the challenges. The moon sextiles conversational Mercury at 5:52 p.m., and this is helpful for a conversation, communication, and focusing on ideas and decisions. The moon makes the best flow of energy to Saturn at 8:14 p.m. Saturn is pragmatic and goal-oriented, so those ideas and conversations can lead to working on plans and striving for progress. The moon turns void of course at that time, 8:14 p.m., and this means the moon is no longer making any aspects to the other planets until it moves into the next zodiac sign. The void moon period is great for reflection and rest, so it's helpful that it's mostly at night. It lasts until 10:20 p.m. when the moon enters Leo. The moon in Leo is outgoing, playful, and romantic. This is a fun fire sign, and we can focus on what we enjoy most. The moon continues in Leo all day on Wednesday, and right at midnight, the moon makes the best flow of energy to Neptune in Aries. It's overnight, so this helps with restful sleep, pleasant dreams, and can be soothing. The moon also sextiles inventive Uranus shortly after at 12:52 a.m., so anyone who is up at that point can think about the future, work on innovative ideas, and be more independent. The moon does oppose powerful Pluto at 1:05 a.m., and Pluto rules the underworld. Expect intense private energy, so there can be secrets revealed or research that needs to be done. Mercury opposes Saturn at 10:47 a.m., and this can make communication difficult. Saturn is restrictive, so sharing what's on your mind might be a challenge. You might need to carefully consider your words in order to make it clear what you mean to say. The moon is still in Leo all day on Thursday, trying to make us more creative and joyful. Mercury is on the move on Thursday, entering air sign Libra at 3:06 a.m. Libra is fair-minded and cooperative, so with Mercury in Libra, we're more willing to compromise, to understand other sides, and to maintain harmony. This lasts until October 6th. Mercury goes right into an opposition with nebulous Neptune at 3:01 p.m., and Neptune is imagination, so there is strong energy for creativity. With the opposition, it can go far, and you can get lost in daydreams and fantasies. Focus might be lacking, though, so try to avoid anything that requires you to have a disciplined mind. Mercury will then make the best flow of energy to both progressive Uranus and powerful Pluto late in the day, so these aspects are strong the second half of Thursday. Uncover anything you need to find with Pluto, and think outside the box with Uranus. Thursday is set to be a mentally active day. The moon is still in Leo to start Friday, and sextiles Mars at 1:40 a.m., so you'll sense a surge of energy and motivation. The moon aligns with Venus at 5:21 a.m. and turns void of course at the same time, but for only 2 minutes before moving to Virgo, and Venus enters Virgo as well just 16 minutes later. When the Moon and Venus align, they are both still in Leo and at the last degree of this fire sign. This might prompt quick, aligned action or decisions early in the day. We may have to work together and be creative, or it might involve matters of the heart. Attention can quickly turn elsewhere as both the Moon and Venus move to Earth sign Virgo, and Virgo is sensible, practical, and analytical. The Moon in Virgo can make us more down-to-earth emotionally, while Venus in Virgo can make us more detailed in our relationships. We can pay closer attention to loved ones and are more practical about love. The Virgo moon comes into conflict with Uranus in Gemini at 7:59 a.m., and this can be rebellious, unexpected, and chaotic. There can be something shocking or a sudden breakthrough. We need to be flexible and work on small changes. The moon continues in Virgo on Saturday, keeping us work-oriented and able to get the little things done. But Venus is in conflict with Uranus at 8:42 a.m., so there can be chaotic energy and developments in our relationships and involving other people. We can be extra rebellious and need to get that under control. What this energy can be favorable for is getting out of a rut, especially a relationship or a commitment that has run its course. The moon sextiles optimistic Jupiter at 9:34 p.m., and you may want to think about plans for travel or learning something new. The sun opposes Saturn at 10:46 p.m., so there can be some restrictive energy to work through, and we have to keep responsibilities in mind and not run from them. Sunday begins with the moon in Virgo, and this is a big day for the Virgo moon thanks to a solar eclipse in Virgo at 12:54 p.m. About every 7 days or so, we have a new quarter moon phase, and this shifts energy for the next week. Solar eclipses occur with new moons, but have much bigger energy, so solar eclipses can have an impact for up to 6 months before and after they occur. We have a new moon every month, but we have a solar eclipse every 6 months. New moons are the start of a new lunar cycle, and what you're focused on personally depends on what the new moon is doing for your sun or rising sign. New moons are times of new beginnings, to plant seeds and watch them bloom over the next month. Since this is a solar eclipse, they can bloom for the next 6 months. The previous new moon on August 22nd was also in Virgo, so these two connect to each other, and you may have begun something with that new moon that comes together with this solar eclipse. This solar eclipse is also at the last degree of Virgo, so it's high energy to make a mark that lasts. The eclipse is opposite Saturn, so it's important to make sure anything you pursue or continue is done the right way and for the right reasons. If you do that, there can be opportunities to make incredible progress with your goals and ambitions in a pretty short period of time. Stay focused, stay practical, and be smart. The moon turns void of course at 12:54 p.m., so we can take time after the eclipse to reflect and make sure we're rested for whatever we need to do. The moon enters air sign Libra at 2:41 p.m., and Libra is sociable and fair. Cooperate and live in harmony. The moon opposes confusing Neptune at 4:14 p.m., and this might drain energy. Make sure to take time to rest, and don't give in to the urge to push yourself too far and deplete all of your energy. The moon then makes the best flow of energy to both liberating Uranus and passionate Pluto just over an hour later. Be inventive with Uranus and think about the future. Connect with and reveal your deepest thoughts and feelings with Pluto, and apply this to your goals. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope to see you next week with the next segment. Until then, be safe and well.